Hey guys, Gray here from Gray Wolf Gaming. What we're going to do today, I promised everybody I was going to do a restart or a redo video on Derail Valley. Derail Valley does not have an option for new game, so you kind of got to do it manually. So in this video, what we're going to touch is how to restart or fresh start or recover Derail Valley. In other words, to go back to a start fresh game. Okay, first thing you got to do is number one, not be in the game. Okay, you cannot play the game or be playing the game or have the game open when you do this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to show you where it's at. Okay, you're going to go into Windows, File Explorer, and that's, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyhow, you're going to go into File Explorer, this guy right here. Okay, mine's not going to, why is it not wanting to say it? Anyhow, File Explorer. You want to want to jump into that and go into File Explorer, and those were my security cameras that just popped up with their new video. I've got it on display capture, so everything I'm doing you see. Okay, I do have another video monitor off to the side which has other things running in it, but you don't need to see that. Anyhow, you're going to go to this PC, you're going to go to your C drive. 90% of you will not have another drive. If you do, and if you save stuff off on those other drives, one, you're probably a little more tech savvy than the average Joe. So basically what I'm doing this for is, this is kind of Windows for Dummies help tutorial on how to navigate through your files. Anyhow, your Steam games are saved not in the main directory. Okay, they're not here. Okay, they're saved in Programs 86. Program files used to be how Windows saved things. Now it's in x86. You can tell how long I've been running a computer if I remember what program files is for. Anyhow, Steam. You're going to go to another one that says Steam Apps. In other words, these are the games that you have by Steam. You'll see a bunch of junk in here. Don't mess with it, please. You'll mess up your Steam, definitely, and then you'll be cussing yourself going, why did I do that? Anyhow, we're going to go to the Derail Valley folder. Now, this is every game that you have installed on this drive from Steam. Now, I have sub-libraries on different drives, and I'll show you that after we get done with this, and I'll show you how to find your game if you've put it off on a subdirectory. You're going to go into Derail Valley. Great little game. And if you notice this little statement here, Unity Player, Unity Player now tells you what kind of engine Derail Valley runs on. It runs on the Unity engine. But what the game save data you want is up here in the game data file. Unity games use this similar structure to make a game. Okay? Crash handler, all that good stuff. You can make this run if your game keeps crashing and you don't know why. Go to Unity's website. There's a little tutorial on how to run it. Works really great if your game keeps crashing. These are little tips and tricks I am giving away. Okay? Derail Valley save data is what you're looking for. Sorry about that. Like I say, my videos are not edited. I'm not going to edit out me sneezing, coughing, burping. Burping I probably won't do in a video. That's rude. I do cough because I have COPD, like I told you before. Save game data. This is where we're going. We're going to go into save game data. Now, usually, you're going to see... Hang on. I'm going to put it back just for shits and giggles. I'm going to go in my archive. Now, I made that. I'm going to put back this save game that was in there. okay, and prove to you this works. I cut it. Go back to save game data. Paste. And it's there, okay? It's in that file. Now all that should work, right? Right. So we're going to go over to Steam once, and then we're going to hit play. We don't have a VR, so we go down, play non-VR version. And I'm going to show you this works for a reason, because some people, one guy did this kind of tutorial thing like I'm doing, and some idiots said, I tried that, it didn't work. Well, I'm going to prove it works. Now you notice it said, it checked my save game. Okay? It went after it. I got a fast computer and this thing downloads slow. Anyhow, it's got all my stuff in here. See my money? I got quite a bit. My map. I have that now. That cost 25 grand. But it's a handy little remote. I suggest you get it. It's over in the Machine Town store. But only do it when you can afford it. There's my Switchcom. So now you see, that was that save game. Now I'm going to save and exit, and I'm going to get out of this. Okay, now when this goes back to where it goes green, there we go. We're back in it. Okay, once that goes green, that means it's done its save or whatever it's going to do, and it's finished. Okay, so we're going to scoop all that up. Cut it. And I made a directory just above my save game data that's Save Archive. Okay, now all you do to make that is just right click out here in No Man's Land and go down to New and go to Folder and click on Folder. And it'll say New Folder, just like that one up there. This is another save game I saved. That was actually my original play game that I started on. Okay, and that is a full playthrough of Derail Valley from scratch to now, because that's actually the game I actually play. The tutorial ones, yes, I do on a different one. That way I can give you the content you need. Now I'm going over to my archive, and let's remember I stole it out of that one. And I went and sucked it out of here, so I'm going to put it back. Okay, you notice the save game's in there, and it's got 130 kilobytes. Now you need to make one of these, so you will click on that and you'll right click and copy it. Okay, once you copy it, don't do it in here because it's going to make it say save game 2. Okay, you're going to come out here into your main archive. See, my save archive, and you're going to right click and you're going to paste it in here, and it's still going to be 130 kilobytes. Okay, mine's 0 because for a reason. Now there's 2 ways to do this, and it's up to your game. If you're using VR, it may be that it needs this file to tell it to restart. It may be that it doesn't. Now I do know if you're playing PC, not VC, PC, that it doesn't have to have it. Okay, so now you are pretty much done. So you go out. Actually, let's go up one. It's a lot easier. Your save game data is going to look similar to this, only it's not going to have these 2 files or that file. Okay, this you can get at Nexus Mods. This is how you get extra money. I will tell you this. That mod is a little hinky. Okay, it takes a little finesse to make it work correctly. But you can add money to your wallet and in-game. It is cheating. Okay? If you're doing demos and you're doing instructional videos like I do, it does come in handy. If you do it in a playthrough, yes, you are cheating. Okay? You're cheating yourself. Okay? And you're not cheating anybody else. You're just cheating yourself. These people that go, oh, you're cheating. If they're doing videos and they've got a little extra money on there, hey, they're doing it to instruct you. He didn't get $10,000 or $10 million because he was playing the game. He got it because he was cheating. Well, I got a save game, and I'll show you my wallet, and it's $5 million, and it's because I did long trains, I did military runs, and I bought all the licenses. And yes, you can make bonuses when you've got everything. I never bought a Steam engine because I didn't like it. I didn't like to use it at the time. Now I have a mod that takes care of shoveling the coal and the level of the water and all of that. Thank you, Lord. It's called Fireman Mod. Yeah. At this point, go back to this. At this point, we are done. Done, finished, complete, kaput. Nada, done. No need for any more. Yet, none. No. Close this. Boink. Now, guess what? I know this works because I'm going to prove it to you. Okay, so we don't get any doubting Thomases coming in the comments going, oh, that didn't work for me. Well, you didn't do it right. Come on. Play non-VR. Thank you. Alt Future. Thank you, boys. You guys did a good job on this program. And my Unity Mod Manager we didn't jack with, so it's still there. Now it's going to look for that file. Loading save game. There was none. Okay, we destroyed it. Now we need the Jeopardy music. It doesn't work. I can't carry a tune in a bucket. Voila. Welcome to Derail Valley Engineer. Let's get you a train, diesel driver's license. Once we're done, you'll be free to roam the woods in the world. Guess what? You restarted. 100%. 100%. You're back at the view. If this were a brand spanking new game, this is where you would be. Okay? Isn't that great? Now you're totally restarted. Okay? You're back at the beginning. Now this is something that I want to tell you while we're doing this part. And I'm just going to go through this real fast. Okay? Dump it down. Throw it on the floor. Pick that one up. Shuffle through the pages. Yeah. Now store it. Pick that up. Store it. Now look. Once you get through the tutorial, you make that first run down to Harbor Town with your steel load. Do yourself a favor. Okay, and I'm just going to quit here because it's not going to save the game. It's going to make me go through that crap again. I want to get out of this. It may have saved exactly where I'm at in the tutorial. I don't know. I don't think it saves during the tutorial. If you don't complete the tutorial, it makes you do it all again. I'm not positive. But anyhow, let it go green again. Once you get through the tutorial and you've done that all one more time, and I know you didn't have this information beforehand, but now's the time to stop playing just for a few minutes, because what you're going to do is make a start over backup. Okay? Go into your Programs 86, go into Steam, Steam Apps, common, Derail Valley, data, save game data. Okay, almost changed its name. All right, yeah, it didn't save it, so it's going to make me start right from the beginning. Anyhow, you're going to have another save game file in here and a save game backup once you get the tutorial complete. And it'll say, geez, thank you, engineer, you have done the tutorial, da 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 da. You have all the licenses you need to make your way as an engineer. Okay, when you do that and you get to that point, stop your game. Come in here, grab those two files, and copy them. Don't delete them, copy them. Copy them up, go up to your archive, make another file as start over, but not fresh, your start over AT, after tutorial. So you don't have to go through the stupid tutorial all over again. Okay? That's a smart thing to do. I have it saved somewhere else. I have one. I got out of that tutorial and finally got to where it said you're free to roam and whatever. I stopped the game, came in here, grabbed those two files, copied them, shoved them over in another one, and we've already got a save game file. It's a 0 on the game. But I came over in here and I saved it somewhere else. And it's in one of my archives over in the other drive. But it will give you the ability. Now, let's say you get all the way through the game and you're like, oh man, the time bonuses aren't there anymore and yada yada yada, and it's becoming boring, and I really want to try to go through it with just Steam, a Steam engine, and I've got this nice little mod and I want to try it, but the time bonuses are not going to be there with the mod. You know, I want to start the beginning again. You don't have to go through the tutorial if you've done that. There's another little tip. Okay. Now, for those of you who watched my modding tutorial, okay, Unity Mod Manager, when you download it, and you can get it on Nexus, you can get it quite a few places. You can actually get it from Unity. Unity Mod Manager is a lifesaver. When you download the Unity Mod Manager, put it in this folder, in its own folder. Okay? Now my Mod Manager is out in my main file for Steam. I made that mistake and now it's made a path to it. If I move it, it's going to jack it all up. I can move it and delete the path. I know how. But it's something I don't even want to deal with it. I really just don't. There's a skin manager mod also that you download and shove in here. It can change the skins on your engines randomly. The auto fireman mod is in here. And these mods don't look very complex, but they are. Don't jack with these files, please. You'll mess yourself up and have to re-download them, and it's some of it's just driving yourself crazy. Here's one of the recommended ones I got for you. The Loco Lights, that's a recommended mod. Route Manager is okay for those who don't know where they're going at the beginning. It's actually a good mod for people who are just starting and don't know what to do. It actually gives you a dispatcher that will point to the cars you're supposed to pick up. Works pretty good. I've actually tried it. I like the mod for a beginner. It's not good for me because I know what I'm doing. I know my way around a freight yard backwards. I ought to. I used to drive an engine. But this is how you reset your game completely Now, I promised something else here. I promised if you save your stuff in another place, I save games, I move games in my Steam. My main Steam file is in my C drive. That's an SSD. But I've got game files that I don't use anymore. Well, I have this huge hard drive, and I move stuff over to it. Okay? Now, whether or not you use it or don't, it's up to you. But I moved a bunch of games over here. Okay? This is some of the games I've moved over to my big file. I have one in my F drive also. Okay? So I've got two different files that I've dropped games into. This one is where I've uninstalled it, or I don't play it anymore, and I just moved it over here to get it out of my hair and get it off my SSD because it's taking up space. When you start downloading a bunch of games off of Steam, you're going to find out your SSD just gets hammered and it's full. And what do I do with it? Well, if you've got another hard drive, move them over. It's very easy to do, and that's something else I can show you in this game. If, let's say, I want to move Derail Valley, you go here to you right click, you go over to your install games or all or whatever, and hit properties. In general, it's not here. But guess what? Local files. It says move install folder. You can move the install folder, and I'll show you the options I get. I'm not moving Derail Valley because I want it on my SSD anyway. I've got 3 different drives that I can send it to. Okay, my C drive, my F drive, or my J drive. The J drive is a huge one. I can take any one of my games and move it. I can move the whole game, or I can move it there and then uninstall it, and it'll save my local files. In other words, all your save game data and all that stuff will remain in that file in that drive. So if you ever download it again, you can pick up where you left off. And which, if you notice, some of these aren't dark. I'd have to reinstall that. The construction simulator Atlas I don't have on my computer, but I do have my save game files, because if you noticed, in that one file was my ARC file. It's not installed. My common files are over there. That's how you move from drive to drive to drive. So don't go in your file folders and grab something and go, well, I want to move this over to this drive. Don't do it that way. Steam won't know where to look for it, and it'll want you to install a whole new game. You'll lose whatever you had in that game, wherever you were. Just move the file in Steam first, then uninstall it. Once you uninstall it, now you notice I didn't have ARC installed, but still has all the mods. All my save games. Save game configs, everything. All your local save stuff is here. Okay? Here's all my save games. It's just one. And that's what I named it. But that's all your save files. And that's off in another directory. Also, mine's on a huge hard drive that probably will never fill up. But if you notice, I'm running out of space on my F drive. My C drive was full. So there's something that's a little tip that'll help you out with your computer. Move your files around in Steam. Don't move around outside in File Explorer. Just move them around in Steam. Now, you remember I told you I was going to show you this works. What have I got open in the back? Oh, I got that. Close that. We're going to go back to Derail Valley. We moved all our files. And it works. I mean, it works. Okay? You're back to a clean start. And that ends the lesson, kids. Okay? It works. Now, I proved to you it works. Don't put down there in the comments it don't work. It does. Now, if you're using VR, it may need that save game file tossed back in there with 0 contents. Go ahead and do it. But here we are. Start it back over to beginning. Now, like I said, you may save after that and do another one where you copy it. Instead of deleting it and getting it out of that file, copy it. It's worth it. Hope I helped everybody that I can. If there's anything I can do for you, or any questions you got about Derail Valley, Unity Engine, Unity Mod Manager, things to that effect, I also do tutorials on Valheim. I also do tutorials on, I'm going to start doing on Valheim. I also do tutorials on Satisfactory. I'll be doing some on Call of the Wild, Hunter. I don't do any for Coaster World or Zoo World. Those two I leave to other guys that do them very well. I don't know enough about those games to save my life. But like I said, this is how you do it this way for this one. Any tips, tricks, suggestions you want to know, comment down in the comments. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It would be great. Although I do know 50% of the people that watch this will not. You don't like seeing a little bell pop up or whatever. I don't know. But yeah. If you see the ones that are in white in my plays, I do tips and tricks in PC Building Simulator, which there's not a lot of. Sniper Elite 4, I do some in it. That was on another channel I'm going to try to move over. The Hunter, I am going to start doing some in there. Little tips that'll help you. Fallout 76, I don't play a lot of, but I do play a little with a friend of mine. I may do some videos in it. Automation Empire, there's a game I really love. It's another unique engine. I can also show you some tips and tricks in it. City Skylines is another good game. Cold Waters is another good game. I play Conan Exiles when I get the time. That gets too involved, and it doesn't give me much time to help y'all. But this is great. I'm going to let y'all go. Have a great day. Enjoy your day. Don't let anything bother you that shouldn't. Later on. Night night.